Hi, and welcome to the game plan. We're going to be doing an unboxing of Barrage. As we pull this out, you may be like, hey, it looks like they've already unboxed this. And you'd be right. Because we recorded it and my mic decided to die the moment I pushed record to start it. So we did the entire unboxing and we're going to be doing it again. So at least we're practiced.
Welcome, guys.
So we've got Lindsey here. I'm Rico. We can jump right into the interesting parts now because we know. So the one thing that we noticed immediately was first, very thick box. We didn't expect that. It's like a Gloomhaven Mini, which is still larger than most games. So I didn't expect it to be so thick. As far as these two dimensions, I expected about that. But we noticed this weird crease, and I don't know how well you can see there. I'm going to bring it up a little closer. So there's this weird little crease, and if you push on it and pull on it, you can tell. And then we noticed, oh my goodness, it actually came apart here. So
easily fixable.
It is fixable,
but notable.
Very, very notable. And then even more so. So it actually went all the way down, both inside and outside. But
it's on the seam, so we'll just tape it up.
Yeah, to me, I'll just put in some packing tape along the inside here, and then packing tape along the outside here. It should be fine. For me, what matters is what's inside, more so than the box. I know some people will be upset by that, but that doesn't bother me so much. So here are the rule books. We've got one in Italian, one in English. We noted that the English rule book, quite lovely. Lots of pictures and examples. I haven't read through it, so I don't know if it's actually clear or not, but it looks nice. But we noticed with the Italian rule book, so Lindsey, want to tell us what happened here?
So you will notice on the page numbers, this is page number 2, and then upside down next to it is page 26. Is it 26? So it's upside down and backwards.
See if I can.
So you fix it if you just unstaple your rule book, put it all in order, and then staple it back together.
Yeah, so there's something weird going on here.
Yeah, they just put it together.
You can see it's upside down most of the time, I guess.
Yeah, and if you go to the back, it'll be page 3.
So if you go to the back, so it looks like it's just the outside page then. Okay, so that's not horrible. I mean, you can essentially just, when you're reading the Italian rule book, you just flip it upside down and start at the back. And just ignore the outside pages. Unless you need the absolute first and absolute last page, you should be okay.
I would just take it apart and put it back together.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Oh, okay. Well, at least that's better. I thought it was just totally hodgepodge.
No, you're good.
So here's the main player board. And we noted that the back and front are slightly different, and I'm not entirely sure why. We looked and saw that there were no... usually there's like an icon saying this is for the 4 and 5 player count, and the other side is for the 2 and 3 or something like that. This didn't seem to have that. And the other side has a lot more iconography going on. So we thought maybe this was like when you first play, or if you wanted to see where everything goes, you could use this side. But if you were an experienced player and you were variable setup, maybe there wasn't anything here. We're not really sure. So we'll have to see what that's all about.
Yeah, we haven't looked at the rule book at all, so.
But it is very nice. It's very, very attractive.
Nice
very, there's like a shiny, I don't know what they call that, reflective coat that they have on parts of it, so it kind of glimmers and is really attractive. So it looks very nice. The iconography seems very clear. Obviously, I don't know exactly what they mean, but it seems pretty obvious that these are like buildings and things. So hopefully that they all make sense. We did see this board, which I didn't recognize. I mean, I've seen a few pictures of, from the Kickstarter and stuff. I didn't recognize this one immediately. If you haven't watched my video on Kickstarter, I recommend you should. I kind of go over some things that I tend to look for and things I tend to avoid. And one of them is I don't follow the comments a whole lot if I can help it. And so I like the surprise of it all. So I really don't even know what this board is for, but I probably could find out if I were to dive into the project a little more.
There's the player mats. And
this is what I really liked, is the player mats have this dual layer. If you've ever played anything like Scythe or something like that, you'll know what I'm talking about. It feels nice. It feels like it's done well. The production seems good. No complaints. It looks nice.
So I read a little bit, and what this means is you get rid of all these guys on top
Oh, and replace them with this.
Because
Okay.
these are thicker,
Ah,
so they'll
that's why it
spin
was
easier on those boards that we'll get to in just a second.
that explains it. Okay, so what I did note that during the first unboxing was that these ones are remarkably thicker. I don't know how if you can tell really in the camera here, but they look like they're about 50% thicker, maybe even twice as thick. And I was noting that it seemed odd to me. Why were just these ones thicker? And that explains it. It's because the example we'd get, where's the one that I popped out? Because I had one that I had popped
right
out.
here.
So is that one a thick one?
That's a thick one.
Oh, it is a thick one. And I was using that in the thing, right?
I don't know.
Can you grab me a wheel?
Yes. I didn't know if you wanted to skip to the wheel.
Yeah. And so the reason...
The controversial
Yeah, this
wheel.
is the controversial wheel. So essentially what's going to happen is you're going to be putting items in here and they're essentially locked up resources during the duration of, say, a build. And I'm not entirely sure what the mechanism here is. I again, haven't read the rule book, but I know it's something to do with you place these in here with something else and it rotates around and it's kind of simulating it being locked up. So like if you had a group of people building a building, it would take them a while to build it. And then once it becomes unlocked, you get them back to then do something in the future or something like that. And there was some controversy around how well this wheel turns and like that right there. I just gave an example where you get it locking up here. If you accidentally twist it and it comes out, it'll lock up weird. Some of the wheels...
This is a thinner one, you can see.
Yeah, this is an example. So the thinner ones, which they have replaced, again, they have a little note here that they sent saying, don't use these ones, use these other ones instead, because these guys are so thin that they'll just slide underneath, which obviously no good. And so they said, nope, use these thicker ones instead, and hopefully that will help alleviate some of those problems. But again, oh, that's perfect. But some of these guys are kind of bent weird, and I don't think you'll ever be able to get them straight enough to where that's not going to be an issue. So I can't, yeah, like normally I'm like, these types of things aren't going to be so bothersome to me, and this was a lot of controversy, and I tried to remain as unbiased and neutral as I could throughout the entire Kickstarter process, and I wanted, okay, wait until I get it and see what I think of it. Obviously, I haven't played a game with it yet, but I can see that could be a problem.
But the company is figuring out how to fix it.
Yes.
Or they figured out how to fix it.
Correct.
And they're trying to figure out how to get it to everybody.
Right. They have a new design, and they've actually, I'll put a link to, I think it's a YouTube video, hopefully, showing the new design. They don't even talk about it. They just show it to you. And it is absolutely a better design. It would avoid all of these problems whatsoever. And they are saying that they're looking into how they're going to get that new design distributed to all the backers. And so I would imagine any future publications would include that new design as well. So as much of a problem as it may or may not be, I think that the company is taking the correct steps to correct it. Obviously the new design solves a problem 100%. How they're going to get it to us, I don't know. There might have to be subsidized shipping. I can't say for sure, but I think they've done well in trying to address that problem.
This looks like the point board.
The point to board.
Maybe not.
I like the lightning here.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm such a boy. But it all looks very nice. It's nice and thick, sturdy. Very attractive. The whole production so far seems very attractive.
The player components look nice, although the white components are white and wood, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
What that is, but
I'm wondering if the wood colored, like the natural wood color pieces are only on your board or only on the main board. Like they're not mixed with the white ones or something. So
maybe they're the expansion pieces or something.
Maybe, I don't know. That just seems really odd to me that they're not. So I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, and this is another controversial component.
Yeah. So the little water droplets you use, they look like little pieces of Fako jewelry instead of water droplets. And I mean, obviously I see what they wanted. They wanted something pretty, but unfortunately the functionality of it gets put into question because when they're flat here on the surface, so like here, if they were flat on the surface and I wanted to pick them up, they're kind of they're kind of a pain to pick up. That's the issue here. So there we go. So they talked about a solution, I guess, for replacing these with something else, as far as I believe that's, if I'm remembering correctly. But if not, this is something I'd probably replace with just some generic blue cubes, or maybe try to go to like Maple Source and get like water droplet type of things. That'd be fine for me. But I don't know that I'd want to use these exact components forever. I mean, obviously I can play a first couple games or whatever with them, but I think I would want to get these replaced at some point.
These little wooden guys are nice though. Obviously we don't know what they're used for at the moment, but
I don't. Are they supposed to be like little robots that do stuff, or are they? I don't know. I can see, like, they look almost like drills to me, but then they also kind of look like Space Invader aliens.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what those are, but I think they look nice.
yeah.
I did note though there is a color difference
Between the big ones and the small ones.
Yeah, the smallest of the small ones, I think, are the
There's
mediums.
two sizes of each of them.
Yeah, and the medium size and the large to me looked similar enough. I didn't notice a difference in those. I guess maybe no, because the camera, I'm like, depending on the lighting, the camera may show them as up as a little bit different, but I think they're the same. But it's this little guy. You throw him in there, and it's pretty obvious. He's a lighter shade of brown. I don't know. That doesn't bother me any, but I have heard people note that. And I don't know that they're complaining about it, just noted it.
I didn't even realize they were different sizes. I just thought they were the same color.
So
there's three sizes of each one of them, and the smallest ones are lighter.
yeah, but only the brown one, right?
No, the gray ones.
The gray ones are a little lighter too. Oh, you know what? Maybe they functionally are
Yeah.
different, or I don't know.
We'll just have to play
We'll have
it
to
and
find
see.
out. Yep. But that's it. I mean, in my opinion,
Overall, nice.
yeah, the production seems nice. All the pieces are nice, high quality. This is the deluxe version, but I'm satisfied with it. I think it's quite a nice production.
Yeah. I'm too.
Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully this gave you a little insight, and again, I'll put links in the description below to any other videos or anything I can find to give you more info on this. But normally we don't do unboxings. I just wanted to do it in this case because again, because of this controversy around Barrage's wheel component. So, all right, yeah, leave us any comments below if you have anything you'd like to add to this, or if you have any questions. We'll try and get on and answer them for you. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.